Dear learners, in this section of the video, I will explain you the theory of plate tectonics. As you know that our lithosphere means crust and upper mantle, is divided into 8 major, 15 smaller and more than 30 microplates. These plates are constantly moving and are driven by convection currents in the mantle. Plate boundaries mark the sites of the world's major landforms, and they are also areas where mountain building, volcanoes, and earthquakes can be found. Dear learners, in order to understand the tectonic activities that happens or occur along the plate boundaries, I would suggest you to keep in mind several points that I am going to explain you so that you can easily understand the tectonic processes that take place along the different plate boundaries. Continental crust is less dense than oceanic crust, so it does not sink. Whereas oceanic crust is continuously being created and destroyed, continental crust is permanent and hosts the oldest rocks on the planet, the shield lands. Continental plates may be composed of both continental and oceanic crust, for example, Eurasian plate. Continental crust may extend further than the margins of the land masses. When continental crust is covered by an ocean, it is known as continental shelf. It is not possible for plates to overlap, so they may either crumple up to form mountain chains, or one plate must sink below the other. If two plates are moving apart, new crust is formed in the intervening space, as no gaps may occur in the Earth's crust. The Earth is not expanding, so if newer crust is being created in one area, older crust must be being destroyed elsewhere. Plate movements are geologically fast and continuous. Sudden movements manifest themselves as earthquakes. Very little structural changes take place in the center of the plates, and as you know, the center of the plates are known as shield lands. Plate margins mark the sites of the most significant landforms, including volcanoes, batholith intrusions, fold mountains, island arcs, and deep sea trenches. Plate boundaries have tectonic activity because plates are moving relative to one another. For this reason, we generally talk about the relative motion of plates across a plate boundary. Two plates can move away, can move towards, or can move sideways relative to one another, resulting in three types of plate boundaries: divergent, convergent, and transform. At a divergent boundary, two plates move apart relative to one another. In most cases, magma fills the space between the plates. At a convergent boundary, two plates move towards one another. A typical result is that one plate slides or subduct under the other. At a transform boundary, two plates move horizontally past one another.